Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel and welcome to Valheim. Valheim is a survival crafting game based in like Norse mythology, sort of, kind of. It's like a Viking game. So the main goal of Valheim is there are 5 bosses right now. There will be more bosses later, but for right now there are 5 bosses. So here you will see the sacrificial stones for all 5 of the bosses that we will be trying to find and take out in our gameplay. So this is Hugin the Crow. Hugin will help you throughout your journey. He gives helpful hints like, hey, welcome to the 10th world, blah, 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 blah. So you can talk to Hugin every single time he pops up. Most of the time when you make things like important items in the game and different crafting stuff and like that, he'll come and say what's up and kind of show you what's going on. But we're going to probably not talk to him very much because I have been playing this game for a while. I love it, and yeah, I want to show you guys what's up. So as you saw right there, I just grabbed some wood off the ground. Wood is probably the most important crafting resource that you will need. You always need wood, no matter how geared you get, no matter how long you play, you will always need wood. Another thing you'll need a lot of is stone. So right here on the ground we have stone. So we'll pick that up and we'll get some more crafting recipes. Now we can craft a stone axe and a hammer. So we'll kind of just run along and grab a bunch of different resources. What you should be looking for right now are berry bushes, mushrooms on the ground, branches on the ground, stones on the ground. You just kind of want to collect a bunch of different resources. If you hit tab, you can see your inventory here. You do have a weight. So right now we're at 29 of 300, so we can carry 300 weight. Different things weigh so much. So like right now we have 10 stones and it weighs 20, whatever their weight thing, 20 kilograms, 20 pounds, I don't know, it weighs 20. So it's two per stone, and then here it weighs 6. So same thing with wood, it's 2 per wood. So yeah, we'll just kind of continue running through the forest here, looking for food, looking for stones, wood, different things. Let's see here. And what we want to look for is a cool place to set up. Let's just talk to him so he goes away. A cool place to set up a camp. There is building in this game. You can build all kinds of custom stuff. So this is a runestone. Runestones are kind of spread all around in like all different biomes and stuff. They'll say some little, riddle stuff. I don't really know if they're helpful. It's just kind of lore building. I've never really been like, oh my gosh, a runestone. Yay, now I know how to do this thing. It's more just for lore building. So this is a nice area. It's a nice clearing. The nice thing about clearings is that you can see enemies. So sometimes your base will like go under attack randomly, and it's nice because you can see enemies approaching. So we'll have to remember that this is here. And actually, let me show you guys how to do that. So if you hit M on your keyboard, it'll pull up the map. So if you look here, what am I trying to say? There's a mountain over here. So the snow is like a mountain. So what you can do if you can select an icon here on the right. So we have the campfire, the house, I think that's Thor's hammer, a dot, and then a portal, or a runestone, whatever you want to call that. So what you can do is we'll just say campfire, or we'll do the home, and then we can double left click, and it'll pop up a little marker, and then you can call it whatever you want. So we'll say potential home, and we'll hit enter. So right there, you'll see that there's a potential home now on the map. And you can do this with all kinds of different markers. And then when you have a marker on your map, you can click it once, left click it once to put an X through it. So sometimes I do this if I find like a cave and I cleared the cave, but I want to leave the marker on the map. So, I can know that, okay, it's got an X over it, so it's clear, but I'll leave the marker on there so I know where it is. But if you want to just remove the marker, right click removes the marker just fine. So yeah, that's kind of the map. Pretty cool. There's a few different animals in the meadows. The meadows, if you look in the top right corner at our map, you'll see the name of the biome that you're in will be there. So the meadows is the starting area. There are different animals. There's like lizards that are called necks. There's boar. There's deer. There's a couple there's like these enemies called graylings. They're like little woodland elf creature thing. I don't even know what to call them. Like sprites or something. I don't even know. I don't know what the right word is. But we're gonna head over this way. This looks interesting. So here you'll see there's berry bushes. So boars, if you get too close to them, they are aggressive. So you can see that there he's looking for us now. That one's probably going to look for us in a second. They are aggressive. They will attack you if you get too close to them. What's up, Hugh? Can you talk to us about food now? Because I found berries. So, if you look in the lower left-hand corner of your screen here, you'll see that we have a health bar. So the health bar also has a fork next to it. So your health depends on the food that you eat. So if we open up our inventory, you see that we have raspberries. So we can eat a raspberry by right-clicking it, and that will bring our health up just a little bit. Obviously, you know, foraged foods, raspberries, mushrooms, that kind of thing, they don't really bring your health up that much. It's just kind of a quick snack for these early stages. Later on in the game, you'll find food that you can make. You can create, you know, different recipes, carrot soup, sausages, all kinds of stuff that will do a lot more, and you can get your health bar over 100 health very easily with those kind of things. What you just saw pop up there when I jumped was the skills. So if you hit tab up here, you can you have a few different things. So you can look at your the compendium. The compendium is everything that Hugin says will be logged in here, along with a few other things. You can come in here and you can look at your tips again if you ever get lost or need help. You have your skill tree as well. So there's skills for all kinds of different things in Valheim. There's sword skills, bow skills, axe skills, wood cutting skills, all kinds of different things. And so right now you can see that our run skills at 4 and the jump skills at 1, and the little red bar is your progress bar to get to the next thing. And then there's also trophies. So as you kill different things in the world, you'll get trophies for them. So you kill a, you know, level 2 deer, you might get like a deer head trophy, stuff like that. And then this is just an option if you're playing with other people. You can toggle this to take damage from other players. But right now we're playing alone, so we don't need to worry about that. I would definitely highly suggest you guys play on your own private server in the beginning, or, you know, play with friends and just invite them to your server before you hop into online play, just to kind of get your get your bearings. But, you know, that's up to you. If you want to watch this video and then hop right into online play, go for it. More power to you. So we're just gonna grab these berries right here. And I can't stress this enough, guys. Pick everything up. Pick up the dandelions. Pick up the branches. Pick up the stones. Stuff like that. Just pick everything up, because when you're at this point, you know, you really, we just did a big circle. Look at that. When you're at this point, you really want to kind of pick everything up, because you may not use the dandelions now, but later on you will. It's a good idea to take over like an already built house. Oh look, here's one right here. As I say that, it's a good idea to just take over an already like built home, because you're gonna save yourself a lot of time gathering wood and resources. It doesn't take a lot of wood to build a house, but it does take a lot of time to chop down the trees, especially with a stone axe or a flint axe. So you'll find these houses all kind of scattered around the land. They've got some things in them. Sometimes they have a chest, sometimes they have a beehive. A lot of times they don't have a door. But anyways, you can repair those with the hammer, and I'll show you guys how to do that in a little bit. So here we see our first biome change. So the meadows is what we're in right now. It's got these beech trees, it's got the nice green grass, and then you'll see here, we look into here, and this is the Black Forest. So the Black Forest, I think that at this point we're probably, you know, a little under level to be in the Black Forest. I bet Hugin will tell us the same thing. Yeah, definitely want to slay the first boss, which is named Eikthyr. We definitely want to kill him first before we go into the Black Forest. But it's good to know that it's here. So this does not seem like a bad home at all, because we can be close to the Black Forest, and we can be close to the mountain, which is right through the Black Forest up there. And then we can kind of look around and find what we can find. So let's take this house over. Don't really like the door being here, but we can change that. I'll show you guys how to do that. So we are going to need some more wood. We need 10 wood to create a workbench. Once you have a workbench, you can create better tools. So right now we could build a hammer, which we're going to do. The hammer gives you access to build all kinds of different things. You're going to see them pop up on the screen right here. You know, cooking station, workbench. So you look at the top left corner here, you can see that the different items are binded to different keys. If you hit R, it will put away whatever is in your hand. So you can access, so if you have a hammer out, you can access chests and stuff. So inside this chest here in the home, we found a torch, some gold, and some feathers. Feathers are really good for crafting arrows. What do you want, Hugin? Yeah. Build a workbench. One more. There's one. All right, now we can make an axe. And you can hear, if you listen very closely, you can hear the sea behind us, which is awesome. So that little home is a really good place to start because you want to be next to the sea. I prefer to be next to the sea in the beginning so that you can sail across and go find new things and new lands. And this looks kind of cool. It's like a big peninsula kind of. This is nice. So let's get to chopping. Unlike most games in Valheim, chopping down trees can be very dangerous. Especially in the early days when you only have, 20 health or so. So you could sit here and chop down these two big trees, but if they fall on you, they will kill you. And we do not have a spawn point right now, so we're going to spawn all the way back at the sacrificial stones. So we're kind of going to go through and just smack these little saplings, because they'll give us like 1 or 2 wood each, and there's no danger involved. So we'll take care of that real quick. So I am going to gather some wood, and I will be right back. Okay, so we are back. I gathered up some wood. We have 50 wood now in our inventory, and so now we can come into this little house here, and we can do a few things. So we could make... so if you pull your hammer and you hit right click the mouse, you can go to the different sections here, and we're going to go to crafting and make a workbench. So pretty much to make anything else, you're going to need a workbench in the area. So as soon as we make the workbench, Hugin will pop up and he'll show you all the different kinds of crafting recipes that you can make, which is a lot. So you're going to get all your building pieces that are made out of generic wood. You're going to get all kinds of different furniture and stuff. And Hugin will tell you like, hey, you got building pieces now. Good job. So I don't know. I've never tried this before. Never tried to see. Yeah, so we cannot repair the beds in here. So we're going to have to make our own bed, but that's fine. Can we destroy this? Yeah, there we go. We are going to need one of these spots to be a campfire. I'm going to put my campfire right here because we have a vent for the smoke. So if you guys have a campfire in your house, which you're going to want a campfire in your house, you're going to need to make a vent for the smoke because smoke inhalation in this game is real and it will kill you. So make sure you create a vent for your smoke. I'm also really quick going to put down a door here. So you can rotate objects with the scroll wheel. And then we're just going to go ahead and plop it in there. I think the door's backwards. It is. That's okay. Don't worry about it. Don't look at it. It's hideous. I know. Okay, and then we're going to pull out our trusty hammer here. We're going to kind of repair all this stuff. So you can repair by just left-clicking on the objects. We're just going to repair everything because we want to live in a nice house. We don't want to live in a old, gross, disgusting house. It does take a little bit of stamina to repair things, but it's pretty quick and easy. You guys will get it. Okay, nice. So we got everything repaired. We're going to go outside really quick. Look at our little Viking house. It's so nice. And we're going to put a piece of roof here. So you pull out your trusty hammer, and you go to, this looks like a 45-degree roof, so we're going to pop the 45-degree piece, rotate it, and it should pop right in. There we go. And now you have a very safe home. Sort of. This hole in the roof is a little not safe. So what you can do to fix that, if you have a similar house to me here, you can go like this. Grab yourself a 26-degree roof, and you can slam it in. So now it'll be harder for whatever comes at us to get up in there. They won't be able to just walk up and jump into the actually, you know what? I think a 45-degree would look better. So you can destroy things by clicking the middle mouse wheel. Let's put the 45 in there. Looks a little bit cooler. That'll just kind of stop things from getting in. And we can put another one up here if you really wanted. You could slap another one right up here. There we go. Slap another one up there. Looks kind of cool. It's like a little chimney. Next thing we want to build is a bed. We definitely want to build a bed because it is becoming nighttime and you want to be able to sleep. So let's repair these really quick. I missed the... Oh. That's okay. Things like that are taken care of easily. Let's go ahead and grab a bed. We'll put that right... yeah, we'll put it right here. Yeah. Crow pops up. He tells you can sleep. Hey, guys, you can sleep. And we'll put a chest right here so we can kind of store some of our items. And that should be about 50 wood. 50 wood won't take you long at all to harvest. It took me about 10 minutes. I got 50 wood. So we'll go ahead and claim the bed. And once you claim the bed, it'll set your spawn point. And then if it's nighttime, you can sleep. You do have to have a lit fire next to you to sleep or in your home. Sometimes you'll dream, it'll pop up a little bit of text for you and it'll let you know, hey, you had a dream. It's really cool. You had one of those sick Viking dreams you've been thinking about. So we're going to plop a couple things into our chests that we don't need to keep on us right now. We don't need to keep feathers on us. We don't need to keep resin, and we don't need to keep coins and dandelions. We'll keep the food on us because we do need to eat pretty often. You'll notice sometimes in the bottom left-hand corner, whatever food you have eaten recently will be blinking, and that means that you can eat again. So we're in the workbench now. In the workbench here, on the left, you can see repair an item. Repairing items is free, so I would suggest every single time you go to your workbench, repair your items. It's super quick. I just repaired 3 items, and it was free. So some things we can build now. We can make some wood arrows, which we don't have a bow yet. We can make a club, which is a decent weapon, and we probably will make one. And we can make a hoe. So the hoe allows you to kind of terraform your area. I'm not going to build one now, but if you want to mess with it later, go ahead. It allows you to level areas and raise areas if you have stone in your inventory. The upgrade screen, once you get your workbench to level 2, so if you look here, you can see we have a level 1 workbench. Once you get your workbench to level 2 by creating... we don't have it yet because I think we need flint for it. But there's a chopping block item that you can create that will get your workbench to level 2. One thing you can do really quick is create a cooking station. And a little tip for you guys, you're going to want to cook a lot of meat early on because meat is one of the better things that you can eat. So instead of putting 1 over your fire, go ahead and throw down a few of them. I'll put 2 more probably down when I get some more wood. But then you can spam cook a whole bunch of meat quickly. It's pretty nice. So we'll put that away, and let me switch my hotkeys really quick because I like to have my axe or my weapon on 2 and my building hammer on 3. And I'll put this guy on 1. There we go. A little bit easier. So now I have my weapon available quickly. We can get some more wood. We can get some more resources and stuff. I think what we're going to do now is get some meat so we can eat and have a higher health bar. So let's go over here. Say what's up to Mr. Boar. 1 shot. So if you sneak up on enemies or if you attack them without them noticing you, so you'll see the little like parentheses pop up above them. That means that they hear something but they don't know you're there yet, and then there'll be an exclamation point that pops up when they know you're there. So if you get them while the parentheses pop up, then you get a damage modifier. So it's a good idea to just get up there real quick and smack them. Oh, see, he noticed us, so we had to hit him a few more times. But boar will drop trophies, they'll drop leather scraps, and they'll drop meat. We fortunately didn't get any meat there. I think you get a higher chance of dropping meat if you kill them with a bow, and we did get a crafting recipe for the bow, so we can go back to our workbench and see what we need to make that bow. And it's a really good idea to have a bow because it makes hunting deer a lot easier. You can sneak up on them and hit them with a club, but honestly, using a bow is so much easier. Another thing you'll notice if you look at the map, we have a little bed here. So the bed marks your spawn point. It does not mark your home. So again, it's a good idea to grab that home icon and just throw it in there with a home so that you know no matter what, that is your home. So if your bed gets destroyed for some reason, you can still get back. Or, you know, if you have multiple beds at one point, you'll know where the home bed is. So let's check our workbench and see. And remember, repair your items. Check, let's see. To make a crude bow, we need 10 wood and 8 leather scraps. We get 1 leather scrap per boar kill unless you kill a special boar, which is like 1 star or 2 star. You'll see next to their name. So we're just going to keep killing boar. I saw a couple boar over here. Let's go get them. So they do hit semi-hard, not too terrible. And you can also block. Make sure to block, especially later on you'll get a shield. It's a good idea to block and parry attacks because you'll get a damage multiplier if you do that. Oh, and here's a grayling here. So graylings are kind of like the real enemy of the meadows. They're really not too hard to kill. They're just little like sprites, I can't think of the name of them. Sprigs? Is that... There's like a fantasy name for children of the forest or whatever. I don't know what to call them. So we need 3 more boar kills here to get some leather scraps. And I'm going to kind of run around and gather some berries and kill my boar. And I will be right back. Hey guys, we're back. So I killed some boar and I grabbed some trees really quick. So I wanted to show you guys this little cooking trick here. So we'll throw this on. I think we can fit one more in there. Yeah. So as you can see in my inventory here, I have 13 raw meat. And we're gonna turn that into cooked meat right now. So you just go over here, hit E twice for each one of these, and you can see they're cooking now. And you're gonna hear them sizzle. Like it'll be a very loud sizzle when they're done being cooked. But while those are cooking, I'm gonna come over to our workbench. We're gonna repair our items, and you can see we have 21 leather scraps because I killed quite a few boar. And we're gonna make this crude bow here. I also found 14 flint arrow in a chest in one of those knockdown homes, so make sure you guys are checking those homes. So right there you just heard a really loud sizzle, so all of our meat is cooked. You do need to take it off the fire quickly as soon as it's cooked by just hitting E twice on each one of these. If you leave it on the fire too long, it will turn into coal, which can sort of be useful, but you don't really need it at this point in the game. You'd much rather have the cooked meat. So now you can see we have the cooked meat, and if you right click on it, you eat it, and that brings our health up quite a bit because it's, you know, a lot better food. If you get some resin from killing some greylings, you'll also be able to craft the wood shield, and I would highly suggest getting a shield, especially if you're going to be using a club or a melee weapon. It is just really nice to be able to take some of these enemies out with a shield, and I'll show you kind of how the parry system works briefly in just a moment here. So all of our food is cooked. We're gonna go ahead and store some items. We don't need our resin, we don't need the trophy, we don't really need leather scraps on us. This is a gray dwarf eye. So gray dwarfs are creatures that look exactly like greylings. They're just a little bit bigger, and they wander the Black Forest. So because I was so close to the Black Forest, I had to take out a couple of those. I just didn't have it recorded. So just keep an eye out for the gray dwarfs. They have blue eyes, obviously, because this is a blue gray dwarf eye. And we'll just stick with the 14 flint arrows that we have now. The next step we need to go find is flint. So we're going to go down to the shore, because we need to find some flint, and flint can be found on the shoreline or around lakes and rivers and stuff. So we're gonna go get some of that. We also need to keep our eye out for abandoned buildings because we want to get honey as early as possible. There'll be beehives sometimes attached to abandoned buildings, and you can shoot those beehives with your bow, and it'll drop a queen bee and a little bit of honey. Honey is good food, you can eat it, but I would highly suggest saving it because as soon as you get to the Bronze Age, you can use honey in a lot of crafting recipes to make mead. So this is what flint looks like right here. It's little whitish stones, and they'll just be kind of chilling next to the rivers. And you see there, it just popped up. We can make the chopping block. We can make the flint knife, the flint axe, flint head arrows, stuff like that. So we'll just kind of run around and grab a bunch of flint. You don't have to hit E on them once you pick them, sort of like. You're pulling it out of the ground, you can just walk right over it. So see, I'll pull it out of the ground, then I can just walk right over it, and it'll pick up. And that is with all items in the game. It won't pick up, though, if your inventory is full or if you're too heavy. So make sure you keep an eye on your weight. So the bow, it will take stamina. You want to left click and hold, and you'll see it draw down. And then you can shoot whenever he decides to hold still and do massive damage. Oh, look, this is perfect. So here... This is Eikthyr's sacrificial stone, so as Hugin will tell you here. So basically, you just need to bring 2 deer head trophies here, and that will summon Eikthyr the boss. I would suggest getting a lot more arrows, probably some better food, and then you always just, you know, as a rule of thumb, when you're using the bow, just aim for the head. Always aim for the head. So anyway, we're going to register this location on our map real quick. We're going to throw down one of these, and we don't need to name it because we know what that is. Oh, look at this. We've somehow wandered into the Black Forest. So these are blueberries. Blueberries only spawn in the Black Forest, but you can pick them, and they are normal food just like raspberries, and we can eat up to 3 items. So you can see here I have 3 items eaten. Once you eat 3 items, you can't eat any more anything. So the best combo that I have found in the early game is to kill a neck, which are like those lizards. They live like by lakes and rivers. Wow, we found a copper deposit right here. This is really nice. So copper we'll probably talk about in episode 2, but I will mark this on the map. We'll mark it as this, and we'll just say copper vein. That's very, very, very nice how close that is to home. Copper we'll talk about in the next episode, episode 2, because copper is used in making bronze. All right, well, we're gonna just peace out here for a second here. So it's nighttime and we have a bunch of gray dwarfs on us. Normally, if you have better weapons, this wouldn't really be an issue. We're gonna pull out our shield here and we're gonna pull out our club. We're gonna try to parry some of these guys. So to parry, you have to wait for them to attack, and you want to get them mid-attack. It's going to be hard because they're kind of clumped up. Oh, this is going to be really hard. And then as soon as they're attacking you, you kind of want to... as soon as they go to attack you, pull your shield up with right-click, and it will... Oh, they're surrounding us. Oh, this is going to be... Alright. Let's pull out the bow. Let's try to kite them here. It's a good idea to sleep, right? This is why you don't want to be out at night. Okay, there we got a parry on that guy. And you could hear the little audio cue for extra damage there. What's up, Hugin? What you gonna tell us? Yeah, be wary of the weather. So at nighttime you'll get cold. You don't want to be cold. So here's our home over here. Let's go home and sleep, and then we're gonna go get that beehive in the morning real quick. So as you can see, now that we grab flint, we can make a flint spear, we can make a flint knife, and we can make the flint axe. I'm going to go ahead and craft the axe here. I'm going to put my stone axe in the chest. I'm just going to keep the stone axe as kind of a backup, just in case I need it later on. Throw our stone in here, we'll throw our extra flint in here, we'll keep the rest on us. You get 20 wood per tree, most of the time. Depends on which tree you chop down. But all these beech trees, the starter trees, you'll get 20 wood per tree. So I think this is where our beehive was. So we want to try to shoot the beehive from far away because bees will poison you if you get stung by them. Oh, it didn't do enough damage to kill it. That's actually the first time that's ever happened to me. So I guess it takes 2 wood arrows. Maybe I've just always shot them down with flint arrows. So it should have dropped a little bit of honey, and we did not get a queen bee. Where is my queen bee? There she is. She ended up here. So the queen bee allows you to build a beehive, and the beehive is super helpful because it gives you honey. So right now we're going to eat a piece of meat, and we're going to eat that piece of honey. And you can see our health goes up even more. So now we have some wood. We are going to make a beehive. So a beehive... If you have multiple beehives, you want to keep them kind of separated from each other. We'll just stick them over here for now. And then once you build it, you can walk up to it and hit E to check the bees, and the bees are happy. Sometimes if you build things too close to them, it'll say like the bees need more room. So just make sure you build your beehives somewhere where you don't need to move them a lot. However, if you pull out your hammer and you middle mouse, the scroll wheel click, middle mouse button click, you will get all of the resources back for the thing that you middle mouse click, so you can always build it again somewhere else. Nice trees. So we need 10 flint. Let's go grab 10 flint. So we're down here gathering flint at the shore, and we ran into our first necks. You want to shoot necks with your bow because you have a much higher chance of getting their tail if you shoot them with a bow. So we're gonna kind of stand up here, take aim, and we want to aim up because you do have drop on the arrows. We got one there. That will alert the other ones. Oh, we got one right in front of us. Didn't even see him. There we go. So we dealt with those 3 necks. So we did get 1 tail at least. Do we get another one over here maybe? No, we only got 1 tail. Alright, maybe a couple more tails. One more tail. Alright. You have to kill quite a few neck to get the tails. Alright, we've made it back home. We are going to go into our workbench here. Repair all of our items as usual. We're going to open up our building menu with the hammer. And we're going to see that we can make the chopping block now. The chopping block needs to be in close proximity to the workbench for it to work. I'll just kind of tuck mine back in here out of the way. You don't need to access the chopping block, it just needs to be nearby. So now you can see we can make flint head arrows. We can make fire arrows. So we'll see here the fire arrow recipe: 2 feathers, 8 resin, 8 wood. Flint head arrows, 2 feathers, 2 flint, 8 wood. For right now, we're going to run with some wood arrows just because we have the wood, and we're going to make some more. Repair the rest of our items. And at this point, probably the next thing we want to do is go make some leather armor. So to do that, we need to kill a deer and get a deer hide. Alright, so now you have a grilled necktail. We'll go ahead and eat that. And there you go. You can see on the bottom left-hand corner there, our health bar goes way up and we get way more health. So as you'll walk around, you'll kind of hear the deer in the background. They sound very weird. I don't think that's how deer sound in real life. I don't know though. There's sometimes they can be difficult to spot, but there's one there. So we're going to try to get a better angle here. You don't want to get too close though, because your sneak skill is not very good. So you're probably going to scare it away. So we're going to try to get a surprise shot on this deer. We're going to aim right above it. Oh, we got it. 1 shot. Perfect. So when you kill a deer, you'll be rewarded with meat, 2 meat, and a deer hide. So now you can see we have leather armor that we can craft. You can also make a deer rug. You can make a tanning rack. The tanning rack is the next level for the workbench. It takes quite a few deer hides. I don't remember exactly, but I remember it takes quite a few. So I'm going to continue hunting deer. Remember, if you find deer that are 1-star or 2-star, they'll drop more items. They're a little bit harder to kill, but they will drop more items, so keep your eye out. I'm going to go hunt some deer, and I will be right back. Welcome back, guys, and we have been hunting. We managed to take out quite a few deer. We have 10 deer trophies, 16 deer hide, and a whole bunch of meat. I had to come back several times to make arrows. So here, this is kind of why you want to make that right there. So now we can cook all that meat up. So now we've got all this hide. We can make our leather armor. So it's 6 deer hide to make the tunic, 6 deer hide to make the pants, and oh, we don't have enough. We need 6 deer hide. We need 2 more deer hide to make the helmet. For now, we'll just skip the helmet. We don't need it right now. One other thing that you can make with deer hide that you might want to is actually in the building menu under the furniture tab. You can make a deer rug with 4 deer hide. So it might be sort of a waste. If you feel like you have enough that you want to do this, go for it. What it does is raises your comfort level. So your comfort level should go from 4 to 5, and that will make your rested buff last longer. The rested buff is pretty nice. As you can see here, the rested buff is pretty nice. You feel rested, so your health regen is plus 50, your stamina regen is plus 100. So you definitely want that to last longer because it's very nice. So guys, that is going to do it for today for episode 1, the beginner's guide. This should pretty much get you rolling. It should take you about, it took me an hour and 45 minutes to get to where I am now. It'll probably take you guys about 2 hours as well. So that kind of just wraps up the meadows. In the next episode, episode 2, we'll talk about how to take on the first boss and then how to move on into the Black Forest and maybe get bronze going. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like on the video. It really means a lot. And subscribe if you want to see more Valheim content. I am loving this game and I am going to continue making Valheim content. I'll see you guys on the next episode. Peace out.